Hi everyone, I'm Dia. On the occasion of Mental Health Awareness Day, the Speech Sparks Club, along with Momentum, the Health Club of AITD, presents to you Campus Conversation. And the theme for today's video is cyberbullying and harassment. We all know mental health is a very crucial element of all our lives, but only very few take steps to take care of it and protect it. And through today's session, we wish to shed some light on this topic. Welcome to Campus Conversations. Today we have with us Ma'am Surabhi Thakur, our college counsellor, to shed some light on cyberbullying and harassment. Welcome, ma'am.
Thank you. So, ma'am, let's begin with the basics. What do you mean by cyberbullying or online harassment?
So cyberbullying means intentionally using technology to shame someone, to intimidate someone, to hurt someone. That includes posting pictures, sending obscene messages, morphing pictures, or creating stickers, and also excluding someone from an online group and talking behind their back. Basically posting anything without a person's consent. When it comes to harassment, it is repetitive, sending repetitive messages, talking, blackmailing. This comes under harassment.
What is the difference between cracking a joke and a bully?
See, joke is funny when everyone laughs about it, including the person who it is cracked on. If it shames, if it threatens, if it makes them feel sad, then of course it is a bullying. If you talk about joke, we have these confession pages anonymously created to talk about people who are in the campus. That is a classic example of bullying. That is a classic example how anonymously people take dig at others. But there's a thin line. When it comes to these pages, you don't know what impact it is creating on other person. There have been incidences where students have come to me and said, ma'am, this is affecting us, and the complaints have been raised. Interestingly, the rest of the students find it like schoolish. They complain that the college is trying to impose discipline, college is becoming school, but there is a responsibility that comes with independence, okay? And if you are independent, that doesn't mean it gives you freedom to hurt someone.
So that's right, as freedom of speech is important, but not at the cost of somebody else's dignity.
Exactly.
Now, these are things that happen silently through people around us. What are the legal consequences of such situations?
So, Indian Constitution recognize bullying and harassment, cyberbullying and harassment as an offence. So, there are sections such as 66A of IT Act, then Section 354D of Indian Penal Code, Section 499 and 500 of Indian Penal Code, and Section 66A of IT Act. Under these sections, any kind of obscene messages, stalking, or cyberbullying or harassment is legally punishable, and a funny joke can land you in prison, or a heavy fine will be imposed on you, or it can be both.
Beyond the laws and punishment, I think the hidden part is the emotional impact on the victim. Can you share something on that?
It's very painful. They suffer a lot. They go through anxiety, sleeplessness, they have social withdrawal, their academic performance drops, and worst, even self-harm thoughts come in their mind. See, online harassment or bullying doesn't stop when you put your screen down. It follows you. So even if someone decides they're not going to watch it, they're going to ignore it, it follows them to their classrooms, corridors, in their friendships, even into canteen. Constantly they have to be checking if someone is mocking them. Constantly they have to be paranoid about if someone is making fun of them. Their social life gets heavily impacted. See, there are some students or there are some people, what they'll do, they'll watch it, they'll laugh and they'll keep quiet. There will be some who will share it and make it move viral. And there's another class that watches it and just doesn't do anything. All three are betrayal, because one, you're making fun of it, two, you're spreading it around, and three, you're seeing it and you're not taking any action on it. So all three activities impacts the victim heavily, and this can really impair their academic, family, social areas in their life.
So if somebody who's watching this what would be your advice to them? What's the first step that they're supposed to take to come out of this mess?
When you realize that there is something that has been posted regarding you, one is you have to not stay quiet. When someone posts anything obscene, offensive or vulgar about some person, the victim is innocent, but it tells a lot about the person who's done it. It talks about their character, it talks about their morals and their values. So victim doesn't really have to hide away. They have not done anything wrong, so they have to come out. First of all, block the person and report it. Now you will say, I'm just one person, what if I report, what will happen? But we really not understood the power of people we have. We all understand how algorithms work, and if many people start reporting the page, it does get banned. So start doing it, start telling friends, family, your acquaintances about it. Second, voice it out. If you are a student, first tell your institution about it. You can even file a written complaint. Once the written complaint is fine, there has to have an action. If you still not the thing is still not resolved, you can always contact cybercrime department of a police. In Goa we have a cybercrime department which is running in Rabandar. And lastly, if you are going through something like this, talk it out to your friends or maybe professors, and of course me as a counselor, because these things linger and we may assume that it didn't really impact me. The impact can stay within you and that can have a long-term effect. So no matter what happens, just talk it out, open it up.
So let's consider a situation where a victim has actually taken a step and gone and reported it to the authorities. But after this, the situation has escalated. In such cases, what is the responsibility of the victim? What are the responsibility of the community and the authorities?
One of the reasons why victims don't go and report is because they feel if they file a complaint, everyone will come to know who they are. I would like to establish this fact that once you lodge a complaint, your identity is kept anonymous. It's hidden. Nobody comes to know who you are. If you say, I don't want to go ahead and complain because what if people come to know it's me, in certain way you are giving encouragement to the one who's bullying, that they can do it with someone else. I know it's very sad that it happened to you, but your silence is encouragement to the ones bullying to do it with others who may get affected. So you taking a step to going and complaining might help in curbing this problem. In talking about the institutions, the authorities, there needs to be a strong rules where what is allowed, how they're going to handle this situation. They need to have a committee that works with this issue in any sensitive level. Community needs to be aware. Community needs to know that this thing is real and it can have a real impact on person. One thing I like to add is, see, everyone is now on social media. Everyone wants to be on social media. But somewhere we have to know that this is a virtual world and it has a very less connect with the reality most of the time. So anything that happens on virtual world, we have to really think whether we have to believe that to be a fact. Anyone can just pick their phones or laptops and post anonymously, and then to take it as a fact. I think that there needs to be some kind of awareness even on this regard, and institutes, parents, community can help students or young adults understand that real is real and virtual is virtual.
What are the reasons that lead to bully behaviors?
As a person who tries to understand human behavior, I will like to give you this analogy. You'll never find persons who are not doing a lot of things in their life. They're having a purpose, they're engaging in multiple activity, engaging in this behavior. You'll mostly see people who have a very lack of self-worth, poor self-esteem and loss of sense of purpose. You'll find mostly them engaging into this bullying. That is telling, that tells that, people who really have envy towards others, or they cannot stand other people flourishing, they will try and engage and badmouth them or demean them. So these are the behaviors that we see in bullying, and this is the reason why people end up bullying, harassing and defaming others. because they are not doing anything well in their life, but they cannot stand people doing well in their life.
And somehow this is being normalized these
Yes,
days.
somehow this is being normalized through use of social media, the way we interact with each other, and the normal competitive world we are living in.
So Miss, what are the final thoughts or a message for the people watching this video?
I would like to say those who are going through this bullying, you are not alone. Okay, you just have to ask for support and stand up for yourself. All the support will be provided to you. Those who are bystanding, I would request them, don't be a silent spectator. Your contribution can really help a person come out of misery. And lastly, this message is for those who are planning or who are already bullying others, saying mean things. I want to know, before you all post anything online or you put anything that goes viral, think to yourself, would you be saying this thing to that person's face? If your answer is no, you have no right to post it online.
With that, we end today's campus conversation. Thank you so much, ma'am, for being part of this and for sharing your valuable insights. To all our listeners, I urge all of you to please use your digital platforms responsibly. And to anybody facing cyberbullying, please don't keep quiet. Document it, report it, and reach out for support. Thank you.